Hello, this is Ben Shaffer, and thank you for watching my video. I am going to go pretty fast. No apologies for that. In fact, you may actually enjoy it a bit more. Got a lot to get through. What I'm going to say is everything I'm going to say is applicable, especially if you are in the internet marketing niche, although it's also relevant to anyone doing any business or marketing online as well. It may be said I'm not actually going to tell you anything that you don't know already, but I'm just going to point out that you do know it, and that's from a philosopher named Ramchal. But you'll see it's very, very true. I apologise that there's kind of a bit of disorganisation here and that kind of thing. I wouldn't normally do that, but it's a lot of random thoughts which hopefully you will find useful and hopefully will be slightly controversial as well. So it's split up into certain areas. Let's just talk about product sales. Now, I often see in a sales letter someone says, "Well, it's only $7, therefore, you should buy it," or something to that effect. Just because something is cheap doesn't mean that someone will actually buy it. You need to make sure it's value, it's worth their time purchasing it. People don't necessarily want to get refunds as well. So even because you have a strong guarantee and something is cheap doesn't mean that someone will buy it. And I actually left it on here, wasn't sure whether to leave it on, but dog poo is also cheap. It's actually free, doesn't mean that you actually want it as well. So bear that in mind when trying to sell something. The most important thing I think perhaps of this presentation is customers will buy again and again. Treat your customers like gold. And just carry on selling to them because they will buy from you. Doesn't mean abuse them, but does mean that be aware of that. If you deliver, they'll buy from you again and again. It's far more profitable to sell a higher price product than a lower price product. Always bear in mind that that's the case, and always bear in mind that's the case for your affiliates as well. So it's far easier to get affiliates or JV partners if you're selling a higher price product than a lower price product. If it's possible, then create higher price products, and it's not always easy to do that, but obviously when I mean higher priced I mean higher value as well. Don't sell crap. Well, I've said that before, but basically what I mean by that is that if you sell low quality stuff you won't be able to sell again, and your affiliates won't want to promote for you again, and you'll get lots of refunds, and it's much easier doing it the other way around. Why do people buy? And this is something you really must think about when doing a sales letter or doing any marketing at all. People buy because of status, entertainment, and security, and also to find out what I call the secret. And that's not anything to do with the film. It's if you can present something as a secret or present something as mysterious, they're a lot more likely to buy as well. So when setting up your sales process, do bear that in mind. People are, when I say status, I mean that they'll be able to get money in order to get more status, or money to have more security, or money to get entertainment. So really do bear that in mind. Why are people actually buying your product? Your sales letter. Okay, your idea or your job is to clear up any confusion when you've got a sales letter. I mean, ultimately, you can probably summarize your product in probably one sentence. If you're going to be extremely generous, probably two. But your job is to clear up any confusion so that someone who's going to buy it knows exactly what your product's going to be doing, exactly what it will do for them, exactly whether it's right for them, and whether they can trust you as well. So your job, and it's also the case, I think, when sending out an email to your list, it's to clear up confusion. If you're sending an email to promote an affiliate product, it's also to clear up confusion. So always think that, is your sales letter, is your copy clearing up any confusion? If it's not, then you won't make the sale. People only buy when they're not confused. Okay, testimonials, extremely important to have on any sales page. They must look true, and they also must be true. And I realise that the FTC has changed things here, and I'm not going to get into that, but I'm talking about testimonials generally. When you're getting testimonials, there's two types of people you can get from. Either people who are known in the industry and therefore people think, well, they wouldn't say it's a good product unless it actually was a good product, or from what I call real people, normal people, and for people to look at it and say, well, if they can do it, then I can do it also. So bear in mind the two kind of testimonials which you should be getting from people and what they can actually do for your sales. Okay, JV partners. You can see I'm going through everything pretty quickly. Feel free to use eNounce to make it slower, or to pause it, or to whatever it is. Okay, money is made on the follow-ups. What I mean is that you may make a sale, you may make a sale which is made by an affiliate. The affiliate sent that sale. Where you're actually going to make money is when you follow up to that person. So perhaps not on the initial sale or the OTO, basically you're going to make the real money when you start following up with that person and selling other products of your own or other affiliate money. I don't think that's often brought into the open, but I'm just going to say that into the open. Therefore, if you want affiliates to promote for you, that is understood, but do not abuse that affiliate's lead. So don't email them 19 times a day trying to sell them something, and they'll carry on working with you. But just remember that the money is made on the follow-ups, the upsells, the downsales, and I think we've got another slide about that in a second. Market the way the JV partners want. Help your JV partners make as much money as they can. What I personally like to do is make sure I give a higher percentage profits as possible to JV partners. I make as much money for them. If as sometimes happens, a customer says, look, I purchased through this person but it's not showing up, even if they're wrong, give that sale to a JV partner and make that JV partner happy. If a JV partner wants something changed, different landing page, whatever it is, a slightly different sales letter, make it for that JV partner. And it really ties in with what I said before, that the real money is made on the follow-ups. When someone says they made $1 million or even $100,000 in a launch, once you start taking into account that affiliate commissions are paid, that refunds are made, that other expenses, in fact, out of that $100,000, the person whose product launch it is sees very little money coming from that. And if you think of the opportunity cost, and what I mean by that is things they could have been doing while doing that launch, then they really make very little money out of that $100,000. So it's up to you to make sure that you are making as many sales as possible, and especially on the back end as well, and that's really where the profit is made. If you are an affiliate, only promote something to your list if it's for reciprocation. And what I mean by that is that hard to give a percentage, but probably 80 to 90% of the time, only promote a product to your list if you are going to get an email or a promotion from the person that you are promoting for. There are exceptions to that. Sometimes you do need to make some money. There's a good product out there, and you're promoting it just because of the money that you're going to be making from that promotion. But the other 70-80% of the time, you should be doing it for reciprocation, so that you're going to get someone to sell your own products. Okay. This is a really big one. If you want someone to promote for you, then promote for them first. It's an incredibly powerful way to get someone to promote for you. And it happened actually yesterday that someone basically, I don't really know that well. I knew the name. You probably wouldn't even know the name, but I did know the name. He promoted for me. He only made a few $100s worth of sales, but because he did that, he's very likely to get a promotion out of me. I get loads of people asking me to promote for them. And the truth is that generally I don't do it, just because I can't promote like 5 products every day. But if someone does promote for me first, it's, I'd say, more than likely that I'm then going to work with that person in some way. Okay, the marketing process. Be testing right from the beginning, and what I mean by that is any results you get from your marketing process can be used in order to optimize your process a bit later. So whether that's the sales letter, whether that's sending emails, whatever it is, start testing right from the beginning, and then you can use those results, even if not immediately, then a week, 2 weeks, a month, 3 months down the line, whatever it is. Part of the problem that people have when testing, and I also have, is that you need to make a lot of sales or a lot of actions in order for results to make any sense. So if you do start testing right from the beginning, you can take a year's data or whatever it is and start making some sense out of those results. If you are seen by your customers and you are genuinely able to deliver results to your customers, then you will easily be able to sell them more. It's when people buy something and they kind of get that empty feeling when they download their purchase that you find it a lot more difficult to sell. If you're delivering quality, if you're able to deliver on your promises, then you will be able to make more sales to that person. Something which I saw Telman say is email as often as possible. And you will make more money by emailing as often as possible, and whether that's every day, twice a day, every week, whatever that means to you, email as often as possible and you will make more money. And that's that's not something you may want to do, and it's not something actually that I do, because that's not what I want to do, but you will make more money by doing that, whether it's content, whether it's promotions, whatever it is, if you email as often as you